Okay, welcome to this DCG question on 2023 question B3. So we've got the incomplete diametric projection of an apple green pod that, if any of you travel on the M4, okay, the service stations at Enfield had them there recently. Okay, now figure B3 shows an incomplete diametric projection using the axonometric axis method of a similar dining pod. The elevation, plan are shown in their required positions. Pictorial view is also shown. No guarantee that that is the correct solution. Okay, it's always a help. Part A, draw the axonometric axes X, Y, and Z on the isosceles triangle AB, AAC. Part B, draw the elevation and plan as shown. And part C, complete the diametric projection of the pod. So we're going to have a look at it here. This is the diametric projection here done now. I'm just going to change the sketch color. So that's it there. Here's our elevation plan constructed on the portion of the axonometric plane. Here are the true shapes of the planes. Okay, the vertical plane, okay, when it's constructed that way, and the horizontal plane when it's constructed onto the axonometric plane. Here are the traces of the axonometric plane. So where the axonometric plane intersects the vertical and vertical plane and the horizontal plane, we get an isosceles triangle in this question. Now we have to start off with part A, which is construct the axes. The thing we're going to do is construct this here. Right. So I'm going to draw in my y-axis, okay, with a vertical line. Then I'm going to mark in an angle of 115 degrees, which I'll show you now, is because the question here says it, that it's 115 degrees between the y and I call it the z-axis, right? Look, my opinion is it's not the x-axis, the z is out from the vertical plane. Now, I'm going to get my protractor. We're going to mark in our angle of 115 degrees. We're going to get our set square here. We're going to join it back. And then, okay, it says that the distance between B and C is 130. And CB is evenly split by the y-axis. So 130 divided by 2 is 65. So from the origin, I'm going to go across 65. I'm going across 65 there. Down here, and this is point B. And then I'm going to draw a horizontal line here. And then I'm going to measure 130 along that line. So I'm going to measure 130 along that line. And this will give me point C. And then I can join point C back to the origin here. Now, okay, I want to get point A on my isosceles triangle now. So the key thing here is that the angle between the z-axis and line AC is 90 degrees as per the question. So I'm going to get my set squares. I'm going to line my set square up with my z-axis. Okay, and I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to extend my z-axis. And then I'm going to draw a line perpendicular to the z-axis from point C. So I'm drawing in perpendicular here. there we have it there. There's point A. I'm going to join A to B. And now I have part A complete. Just zoom out there and you can see, okay, there, I know I missed the camera a little bit, but I just lined up my set square parallel to the z-axis, okay, slid it along, drew the line in perpendicular, then I just continued it up, continued the line, joined back to A. So that's part A done. Okay, so now we're going to do part B. So draw the elevation and plan orientated as shown. So part B, we have to draw our plan and elevation orientated as shown. So to do this, we need to set up. So we're going to continue extend out from our triangles parallel to our z-axis and parallel to our y-axis. Okay, so there, trust me, they're parallel. It doesn't look like it from this angle. So those three red lines are parallel to the y-axis here, and likewise here. So it doesn't matter the distance you go out. This line just has to be parallel to the triangle, and these three green lines have to be parallel to the z-axis. And similar with the construction for plan. Right. So I'm going to get my set square here. Okay, I'm going to line it up with the z-axis. I'm going to extend point A out. Okay, the z-axis, extend out. Okay, and point C. And then I'm going to draw in line perpendicular here. And before I just start, look at, I think that's a tiny bit close, so I'm just going to rub it out and move it out. Then I'm going to draw in my line perpendicular to the z-axis or parallel to the edge of the triangle AC. And we're going to get our compass and we're going to bisect this line. We can set our compass to more than half the length of the line. I'm going to swing an arc in here, out here, and then we're going to put our compass onto the opposite end here. Swing again. Okay, then we're going to get our set square and we're going to join the intersection of arcs there to get the center point. And it's a tiny bit off. Do that again. Just there, that's really correct position. You want to be as accurate as you can, accurate as possible. All small mistakes add up over a long period of time, or what I should say is a long distance on a page. That's when they really add up. Now we can extend our z-axis to intersect that point of the semicircle, and we're going to join here. And then I've got my elevation set up. I'm going to do the same with my plan, or for constructing the plan view. So I'm going to draw down parallel to the y-axis from C, okay, parallel to the y-axis from B, I'm going to draw a line across. Okay, I'm going to get my compass. Okay, I'm going to bisect that line, or you could extend the y-axis down in this particular diametric question. Okay, and you can do do it in all, you can extend the y down in all isometric questions, and you cannot extend it down and find the center in trimetric questions. Okay, in this you can't do it in all dimetric questions either, but in this particular one you can, because we went 65 to the right and the left. So I have my compass here now. I want to draw in the semicircle. There we go. There we go. Right. So then we're ready to draw in the elevation and plan. Okay, the next part we're going to do is draw our elevation. Okay, and then we'll draw the plan. Right, so our elevation here. Okay, you can see the detail. And then our plan, and for our plan, our dimensions. So for example, this heavy line here is going to come from, okay, the elevation. We're going to take our dimensions from the elevation. So here's them constructed on the axonometric plane. Now, we can see that the radius of the circle is 50. We have our distances 27, 16 and 16. So that in total, those three numbers add up to 59. Okay, so I'm going to plot the set square here. So I'm going to mark at 0. Okay, 16, 32, and then a further 27 would bring us to 59. Now, we're going to get, when we have that mark there, what we can do then is get our set square. We'll put it underneath. And we're going to draw lines parallel, horizontal plane, across there. This is our center line. Then down here as well. Now we're going to get our set square. We're going to measure out 50 along the base there for, okay, the center of the circle. So we're 50. Then we're going to draw a line parallel to the end vertical plane. There's the center of our circle. Now we're going to get our compass. Okay. The radius will be set to 50. Now we're going to draw that in. And then carefully note how where the circle pierces the horizontal plane, we're going to join to the top vertex of the circle there, the center line. To join them together, and then we can do some heavy detail then. A heavy line here, heavy line here, and then we can heavy in the edges of the seat here. Here, right, the seat then, okay, or sorry, not the seat, the table. Okay, if you notice, okay, and the line there, we're going up parallel to the edge of the end vertical plane from the intersection of this 27 line and slope line. So from the intersection there. Now, going to fix anything there. So we can heavy that in there, and then we have a vertical line here for the pole. Okay, the leg of the table. Right, now we're going to construct our plan view. Alright, and we need to get the distances from our elevation for our plan view. So for our table, we need to take the distance from the center out to there. For the hidden detail line, it has to come from, so this hidden detail line, it has to come from this point here, so from the center out. Okay, and then this line here, we're going to take that by dropping that point down. Take the distance from the center out and step either side. So we'll go up here to our elevation, we'll bring these down. Now, we're going to start our plan then. And I have a little bit to do there on my plan that I didn't do the last time, sorry. I'm going to mark it in now. Okay, so just for completing the orientation of the plan, we need to just extend the y-axis down, okay, which is up from our center, and where it intersects the semicircle, we're going to join to the end points of the diameter, and vice versa here. Now, our plan view is 78 by 100, because the radius is 50, diameter is 100. So, we're going to mark our 78 here. I'm drawing a line parallel to the VP. This is the VP here. Now, I'm going to mark 100 on this. I'll just move the camera down. And I'll get this out of the way. So you can edit that in. Get our center. Now, we're going to get our compass. So this is the detail here for the table. Compass in the center. Bring down from the line coming from, okay, the table. We're going to step left and right from the center. And the dog is outside there wondering what I'm doing talking to myself as it looks. Now, here's our part for the floor, our hidden detail. So our compass on the center. Step left and right of the center and plan. Okay, and then this detail here. Okay, for the split line, I'm going to step left and right here. Now we're going to draw it in. in this here. Now, we have our elevation and our plan complete, and we are ready to do our diametric projection. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is draw the circle, alright, in the diametric projection. Alright, so we're going to look at the frame of the pod in the cylindrical frame, okay, in the circular outline here at the front and back. Now, how we're going to do that is we're going to divide, okay, our circle into 60, 30 here in elevation, and we're going to transfer the distances from elevation to plan to be able to get these divisions. See, this pink line here is represented here at the end of this division, and its distance down is 7. Then we're going to bring them, okay, down from elevation parallel to the z-axis and up from plan parallel to the y-axis. So, I'm going to get my compass here and I'm going to set it to, okay, the radius of the circle, which is 50. Okay, I'm going to put my compass here on this center line. I'm going to swing an arc above and below, and I'm going to go to the top here. I'm going to swing an arc here, and then down at the base of it, I'm also going to do the same. It's the same as using your set square here and doing your 60, 30 divisions like this, resting your set square, okay, there, and drawing them in. Same thing. Okay, the set square, truth be told, is the more accurate of the two. It's just a bit awkward for me with my visualizer in the way. Right, and do I have any more to do? I do, yeah. Okay, I have to put this in. And now, I'm going to draw these through, okay, the center of our circle. Okay, now I'm going to pause, label these divisions. Now, we've gotten those divisions done, so what we need to do next is get them down onto the base. So, I'm going to get them down here. So, similar to how we set up our plan, I'm going to drop 5 and 7 down. Okay, 4 and 8 will be on the base there. That's all we need to do because it's symmetrical. So compass on the center here at the base. Okay, we'll go out to 4 and 8. And we'll step either side of the center line. Down there in plan we're stepping either side. Then we're doing 5 and 7. And that's going to be the same for 1 and 11. So we're going to step here 1 and 11. Now, I'm going to draw these in, and then I'm going to number them. So now, 0, 1/11, 2/10, 3/9, 4/8, 5/7, and 6. And we'll put them on the back as well. Okay, now we're going to have to project our points from our elevation down parallel to our Z. So our set square is lined up parallel to our Z axis. And I'm going to draw the points down parallel to the Z axis. So I'm just going to bring all the numbers on the circle, even now, even 0.9 that, okay, obviously won't be in the finished article. Right. Okay, now we're going to project our points up from plan. So 0 to 0, 1 and 11, 2 and 10, 3 and 9, okay, 4 and 8, 5 and 7, okay, and then 6. Now, I'm going to pause and label all these points in. I have to bring down the likes of 8 and 9 further. So, there's the points marked out. Now, the simplest way to get the ones on the back, right? Look, just pick one number. Say 3. Draw it straight up. Draw it straight up there until it hits 3 at the back. So let's write this here now. I might just zoom in a little bit there if I can. Now, get your compass. Okay, get your compass. Okay, set it to the distance between the two trees. Now step that distance from each number. So 2, 1, 0. Okay, 11, 10, 9, 8, okay, 7, 6, 5, and 4. I'm going to mark these numbers in then too. Now, so we've got them marked in, and then we're going to freehand sketch in the curves, keeping our hand inside our curve. And we're going to work around. Now I'm going to get up and sketch around it, and I'm going to do the same then on the back. So hand inside the curve. 2, 3. Then I'm going to go up. Okay. Pause. Sketching around the back. So with that sketched in, and then we're ready to do the interior detail of the pod. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is deal with working on the interior of the pod. So I'm going to start by targeting the seat here. Right, this part of the seat here. So I've got 4 points on it. A, B, C, D. Okay, these 4 points on the seats. So here they are up here. A, B, C, D. Right, so I'm bringing A down parallel to the Z axis. Okay, so down, oh yes, parallel to the Z axis. So this is point A. Now, A down here is this point here, point A. I could bring that up and intersect on the curve. Look, I could be doing that with the other points here, B, so I could be bringing B, C, and D, okay, up parallel to the y-axis. I'm bringing them down from elevation parallel to the z-axis till they intersect. I think that's a bit labour intensive doing it for everyone. So what I would suggest to you is, because they're parallel to the horizontal plane elevation, parallel to the base, I go parallel to the x-axis in the question from here. So I'll go parallel to the x-axis, and then I will just bring B and C, or BC down parallel to the z-axis then. Okay, from elevation, just to speed things up. So B down, so that's point B, point C down parallel to the z-axis, and that's point D there. Now we've got our point on the table here, or on the base here, just hitting just before 10. Okay, and this point here on the base, just on the curve. Okay, and where are the hidden details on the stairs? So you can see that's where it is, and that's where it is there. Same principle. Now again, they're going to join parallel to the x-axis. Okay, when they join together, they'll be parallel to the x-axis. So we can connect those 2 points together. And we're ready to heavy these in. So B to this corner here, C to this corner on the floor, okay, C to D, okay, B to A. Now, we could start looking at the table. So D and E, D and E. Or sorry, not D and E, E and F rather, sorry. E and F. And then E and F. Right, so I'm going to go straight up. I want to look at something there. Now, I have to repair my point B there, as it just wasn't in the right position. One line I brought down from elevation was just slightly off parallel to the z-axis. Okay, and small mistakes over a long period in axonometric questions can lead to bigger errors. Now, we're going up from E, and then we're going to bring E down parallel to the z-axis. So to get it right this time. We'll bring point E down. So here's going to be point E. Okay, and then we're going to bring point F down. Okay, and we're going to bring point F up. That same problem with C, the fecker. Right, so we can join E to F. Now, okay, like I done with the table, or the pod there, you could take the distance here, step back from E, and step back from F. Okay, then we can heavy them in. These here, join together. Now, some seed here going back. It has to be done, and then the split line. So I'm going to bring down this split line here, which is this part here on the pod. Okay, then I have another one over this side. Can heavy in, and then these are going to join together. Now, so we can heavy in this detail here. Okay, we have got the center of the table to do. Okay, the table leg. Okay, then we can heavy in this here. Okay, we can heavy in our line here for the edge of the floor. Okay, now we've got the C to do here. Okay, and I'm going to pause there and heavy darken in these curves here, and I'm also going to, just before I start rather, I'm just going to heavy in there the extreme generator of the pod. I'm going to heavy this outline here. Now the last two or three things I have to do is go back from the point of the seat here, heavy this in, and heavy this in here. Now, it'd be easily forgotten here, but there's also a piece of the seat at the back to be done. So, right in there, there's also the back of the seat to be done. Right. The handiest way to do this, I'd say, would be again with the compass. Once it's set to the distance, step there, then we're going to join together lightly. Heavy in the detail that you see, and then okay. Here, heavy in the detail that you see. Okay, I want it there. Now, that's our question completed. Thank you.